Hello friends, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. Grab your favorite beverage because today we are going to be taking a look at my save file and the finished world of Willow Creek. So far, Willow Creek is the only world that I have completed in my save file. It has taken me a lot longer than I thought. But here is an overview of the map. You can see we have quite a few residential lots and quite a few community lots. And so I've kind of put out a numerous number of polls asking people about their preferences. And so far, the majority of people have said that they prefer more community lots. So feel free to leave your opinion on that down below. I'll probably be asking a series of questions throughout this video, so feel free to leave comments down below in regards to your opinions on things, because that's super helpful to me and I really appreciate it. But for today, I think we are just going to take a look at a few of the lots that I have built and hopefully give you guys a good idea of what you will be getting with this save file. As of right now, I'm undecided if I'm going to be releasing this world as is for you guys to download. The only thing I have completed, like I said, is Willow Creek. There are a couple of random builds scattered throughout the other worlds that I have completed, but there are no other finished worlds other than this one. So again, leave your preference down below. Would you prefer for me to drop the save file right now, version 1, Willow Creek, ready for you guys to use? Or would you prefer for me to wait until a few more worlds are done? Or would you just prefer to wait until the entire thing is done? Which I will preface, who knows when that will be. This one has taken me quite a long time. Yeah, just let me know your guys' preference. So anyways, with all of that being said, let us go ahead and hop into one of the neighborhoods. The first neighborhood that I want us to go ahead and take a look at is Foundry Cove. It is my favorite neighborhood in this whole entire world. I love the vibe and the aesthetic of it, so we are going to hop into there. But quick overview, we have 3 residential lots and then we have 2 residential rentals. This one has 2 units and this one has 3 units. I did leave the BFF household in one of the units, and my goal is to eventually make over all of the pre-made townies and then add in a few of my own, and that vibe for that is kind of shown up here in this other neighborhood. I have redone the pancakes in a CC-free version, and I've made my own version of townies in this house. But I'm also going to try and leave a couple of the homes blank, but that is something that is going to come far later because remaking Sims is not my favorite pastime. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop into Foundry Cove. Alright, we have made it to Foundry Cove. This is what the neighborhood currently looks like. So you can see a lot of tool mod has been used within this neighborhood. And this is going to be the goal for every neighborhood to look really lived in and like Sims are actually actively a part of the community. And for the most part, I have finished that up here in Willow Creek. There are just a couple of areas that I need to get finished, but I was pretty anxious to get this video out for you guys. So I would say that this world is 99% complete. There's just a couple of things I would like to add to different neighborhoods. But anyways, this is a good look at the Foundry Cove neighborhood. You can tell that this is a bit more on the poorer side of the world. This is where a lot of probably middle class to lower class families live in this neighborhood right here. We are currently in the Garden Essence lot, which is going to be one of the residential lots. And I picked this one because this one gives you guys a really good idea of the different kinds of builds that I have in this world for you. So let's go ahead and get into the houses. So as you can see, we have one fully furnished build and then we have 2 non-fully furnished builds. These 2 lots are meant to be just shell lots for you guys to come in and furnish to your liking. I don't even think I have doorways in there. Nope, I don't. So these are ready for you guys to furnish to your liking completely. Even the backyards I left pretty bare, just in kind of a way to make it look like both of these lots are up for sale right now or up for rent. And then the one other kind of lot that is not shown here is going to be a sort of like a shell, but it has the basic fundamentals that you would get if you were moving into a house in real life. So it has everything in the kitchen and it has bathroom appliances, but that is it. There is no furniture, no clutter, no anything, just exactly what you would get when you are moving into a house in real life. And then over here we have a fully furnished house, which is also going to be common throughout my worlds. And I'm expecting to kind of keep this theme up throughout all of the worlds as I go. But this is the BFF household house. Again, this will be up for you guys to change, to move around, do whatever you want. If you don't even like the pre-made townies, you can definitely evict them, delete them, do whatever. But this house was made with them in mind. So as you can see, it is fully furnished and ready for them to use. And they even have a little laundry room, and this is what their backyard looks like. So you can see it's kind of gravelly, overgrown. We're just kind of keeping that sort of poor community look going. And like I said, this is probably one of my favorite aesthetics to build with. I think it's so fun. So I had a lot of fun building with this neighborhood. And then another cool thing about Foundry Cove's neighborhood is that there are going to be little activities scattered throughout the neighborhood for your Sims to do as well. So we've got a swing set back here. We have got a little flower shop back here, which I have not play tested, so I am unsure if that is fully functional as of right now. Over here, I don't know if we can see it. I may need to go into tab. We have got a playground, or not a playground, a treehouse ready for the Sims of the community to get built for the kids. And then on this side of the neighborhood, we have another little sort of playground item, as well as a barbecue and picnic area. I have a feeling that the Sims in this community are just very close. Maybe a lot of young families are living here who are just kind of starting out, and so they're all just kind of helping each other, and very much so a community vibe down here in Foundry Cove. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into one more build to show you guys down here in this neighborhood before we move on to another neighborhood. We are now at the Streamlit Single lot. So this is the front of it. You can see they've got a little camper out front. We do have some hopscotch on the sidewalk over here. They have a nice little screened-in porch. I was kind of envisioning this house for either like a single bachelor or maybe an older married couple who are sort of on their own. Yeah, that was kind of the idea with this lot. And as you can see, it's very simple, not a lot of clutter. Some houses will be more cluttered than others, kind of just depending on what I was feeling for maybe the family that I was envisioning in the lot. But I definitely think that this little screened-in porch is my favorite part of the Streamlit Single lot. I just think it's super cozy and super cute. So yeah, and then they do have a little workspace in their garage over here, which you can access via a side door on this side of the lot. And that is pretty much it for this neighborhood that I'm going to be showing you guys today. I will leave the other houses for you to explore on your own, but here is just kind of a look at some of the front of the other homes that we have in this neighborhood. And I will say that there are pictures, descriptions, floor plans, all of the things over on my Patreon, which will be linked down below, as well as tray files if you don't want the whole save. And all of these builds are also up on my gallery as well. So if you guys are wanting some of these builds but just not wanting the whole save, then you can get them either via my Patreon or my gallery, whichever your preference is. So let's go ahead and head back the map and we will go on to the next neighborhood. I did take out my map replacement mod because there were a couple of things just slowing down my game, and yeah, so I did take that out, but this is what it looks like without the map replacement mod. So if you don't have those, this is what it would look like for you. But we are going to go ahead and head up into Courtyard Lane. We are going to head to Riverside Roost Pool, and then we will take a look at a couple of the houses up there as well. Here is a look at the neighborhood. So you can see we have quite a few homes over here. I picture this as sort of the neighborhood that is a little bit on the wealthier side, not completely wealthy, but just like old town brick buildings. So definitely going to be on the pricier side with like the more original architecture, but this is what some of the front of the lots look like. This one is going to have a little bit less in terms of stuff to do within the community itself. That isn't on a lot because I don't picture this community to be super like close together. I kind of picture them to maybe keep to themselves. But as you can see, this right here is going to be a residential rental lot. We have 3 homes on the lot, of which I will go ahead and show you in the next tour. And then we also have 3 just normal residential lots, and this one right here is for the pancakes, but again, you can go ahead and move them out and do what you wish with that. And then I have a townie family in this one, and I will probably make a townie family, at least one, for over here. But this is the Riverside Roost pool, and I am thinking of updating it with some of the new swim stuff that we got in one of the more recent packs. But this is what it looks like as of right now, and this is what you would be able to find on the gallery or on my Patreon. And so it's very simple, just a nice little community pool. Maybe we have some swim team meets here or swim team practice in this area, and then this is more of the relaxing swim area. We've got some vending machines, we have a little summertime pop-up venue, and then of course we have bathrooms and showers in here. So very simple. I tried to make the bathrooms look as, I kept them very minimal, but these kind of remind me of exactly how the bathrooms at our own pools look here. So yeah, this is going to be the Riverside Roost pool. You can see the outside is decorated with a ton of stuff. Maybe it's signs from whoever runs the pool, and then we've got banners and things for children's activities or baby activities in the neighborhood. And we also have a school bus coming to pick up the school kids. So let's go ahead and take a tour of this residential rental lot next. Okay, here we are over in the residential rental lot. So there are 3 homes on this lot, and I know that this one is kind of positioned a little bit funny on the side of the houses, but I really wanted to fit a 3rd lot in here. So even though it may look like I've kind of cut down on the available space for Sims to live with the added residential rental lots, there are still probably just as many places for your Sims to move into or have their friends live, which is part of the reason why I love that lot type so much. I think it just allows for a lot more creativity. But let's go ahead and look at this house first. So this house I actually had envisioned for maybe a local band. Not maybe, I definitely envision a local band living in this house. Maybe a bunch of teenagers who are just super rowdy, always getting the cops called on them for noise complaints. You know, they are all living together, which is how they can afford this house. And as you can see, they've got their little band set up over here in the front room with all of their music memorabilia from people who they just love and are obsessed with. We've got a little soundtrack station, we've got some kegs, we've got a dartboard, they have room for a hamster, we've got a bathroom, tons of random clutter and junk all over, of course, with a bunch of teenagers living together. We have 3 bedrooms upstairs We have one who maybe likes art. Again, we have one who maybe messes around with the DJ track, maybe is into gaming. And this one I left kind of blank to either be a guest bedroom or a bedroom for you guys to decorate as you wish, but it's honestly super tiny as is. They do have a washer and dryer unit in their bathroom up here, but the fun part is actually outside in their backyard. We have got a little pool for them over here. We have a drink station. We've got a space for them to barbecue, play basketball, to do some ping pong or beer pong. You know, maybe they're college students or they're planning to go to college. And so, yeah, this is definitely the house for the rowdy kids in the neighborhood, and people oftentimes are calling the cops on them for noise. Over here in these two houses, this one is going to be kind of like what I was talking about early on in terms of the lot that would be ready for you to move in terms of having appliances, maybe more realistic, but has absolutely no furniture. So we have got everything in the kitchen ready to go. We've got everything in the bathroom. Your Sims can move in. It's a perfect little starter home. I'm not sure how much this one is. So maybe not a perfect starter home because it's still showing its value of 30,000 simoleons, but that's okay. And it'll be ready for you guys to decorate as you see fit. And then over here, we have got another house, a little low on the clutter, but perfect for your Sims to move into and for you to still make your own. We have 3 bedrooms, 2 for couples or, you know, maybe an older sibling. And then we've got over here a room for a toddler as well. So yeah, these lots are definitely a mixture depending on what you're looking for. We've got some activities out in the backyard over here. You can see why they might cause problems with a household that maybe has some small children, as the bandmates over here are just being rowdy and drinking at all hours and causing some ruckus. And then you've got a family with some smaller Sims over here, and maybe they're trying to protect them a little bit. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at one more house in this neighborhood. I am just now noticing the funkiness going on with the power lines over here, so not sure if my save has somehow glitched, but I will have to go in and fix that because it should look like this side of the road over here, just without these. But anyways, I'll go in and fix that later, just so you guys know I am aware of whatever glitch is happening over here. But this is the Pancake house, Pike Earth, and very cute on the outside. We've got a little garden out here, and they have a pretty bare backyard, bare bones over here, just a little spot to barbecue. And then this is going to be the one community center kind of area for the neighborhood. Again, just another barbecue area with some picnic tables and another little venue for sales and things. But this is going to be the Pancake household. So this is what it looks like. Very cozy and lived in, and kind of exactly what I imagine for them. And just maybe some gardening stuff for Eliza. And then we've got a master bedroom down here with a master bath. And then we have 2 more bedrooms up here. I left this one blank in case you guys wanted to add in their child that they are supposed to have, which I can't remember what his name is at the moment. But if you wanted to add in their kid, then you could make this into a nursery or a toddler's room or a child's room. And then we do have this bedroom up here for Bob. for when they are going through marital disputes and are living in separate bedrooms. This is kind of the space for him. He's got his cookbook, his little menu area over here, and he does have a very nice kitchen for all of his cooking endeavors. So yes, this is the Pancake house. Very nice. As you can see, Eliza got to keep the much nicer bedroom, and Bob kind of got kicked out to the upstairs. But anyways, let's go ahead and go back to the, not the gallery, to the managed worlds, and we will go ahead and take a look at another neighborhood. I think we actually may go ahead and pop over into Magnolia Museum and Park. I have quite a few community lots in this world that you can actually turn into a different lot type, which I will kind of explain as we go. But this one is pretty self-explanatory. If you need a park, you can turn it into a park. If you need a museum, you can keep it the museum. It will meet both requirements per whatever you are needing it for. But obviously there are some things that you have to use a park for, especially if you're doing some of the reward challenges that are now available for us. So just depending on your preference. But this is the Willow Creek Museum / Park. It is very grand, very historic looking. So yeah, this one took me quite a while to build. I was very intimidated. I hate large lots like this. They scare me. So I'm very proud with how this one turned out. So as you can see, we have a little spot for the kiddos. We've got some jungle gym stuff. We have a kiddie pool, some doll houses, some toys, a place for them to go ahead and play with marbles. We've got a slide, nice walkways with tons of benches. This is technically not functional because they can't actually get up here and use this, but that's for decoration. We do have a little swing set with tons of gardening plots. We've got some bees if your Sims want to pick up some new hobbies with bees. We have a spot for yoga. So a yoga instructor can go ahead and set up and your Sims can partake in a yoga class. We over here have a nice place to barbecue or hang out around some campfires. So lots of places for your Sims to come and barbecue in this world. But yeah, we've also got some campfires set up. We have some horseshoe games set up. Then over here, of course, a spot to get food and drinks and relax with your friends and just have a good chat. This spot is very cozy and it overlooks the pond, which is just perfect in my opinion. Perfect spot for some gameplay screenies. And then we have the museum itself. So going on inside, you walk in to a very grand entrance. We've got some statues with plaques all over, kind of explaining what everything is. We have an artwork gallery, of course. We do have a spot for a wedding because, I mean, could you ask for a more perfect backdrop? Aside from the umbrellas, but I thought that this was a beautiful spot for your Sims to come and get married. So there are quite a few spots for that in this world. To give you lots of options, we have a library area over here full of historic books about Willow Creek and the families here, you know, some family lore about the Goths perhaps. And then we have a place to, of course, do the logic skill. And then going upstairs, we have again more of a historical area full of costumes and outfits and medieval weaponry and armor and things. We've also got some superhero stuff over here. And here I'm kind of picturing this as a map of maybe an island off of Willow Creek or something. So just a little landmark area. And then finally, some more historical objects about maybe the old times back here in Willow Creek. And then if you were wanting to go ahead and have a place to do art or use a telescope, that is available to your Sims over here on this side. So Plenty of things to do here at this park. A perfect place to level up some skills, gain some new ones, hang out with friends. So yes, very proud of this build, and I think your Sims will really enjoy it. So heading back into Managed Worlds, we are going to take a look at the rich neighborhood for the Sims. Again, very historical, very fancy, kind of giving like Victorian or old brick town. So we have 2 community lots up here as well as 2 houses. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys Umbrage Manor because as you can see, this house is very expensive. And I sort of picture maybe the mayor's family or a very well-established family living here who maybe kind of controls the town to some extent, is what I am picturing for this lot up here. So this is a view, sorry, I'm trying to get you guys some good lighting. This is the view from the outside. Very dark, I apologize, but a very nice big house. You can see we've got tons of world clutter around. We've also got a horseshoe. So again, I picture this being a very wealthy, very established family. Maybe they have some horses boarded somewhere else because I obviously did not have room on this lot to give them a stable, but their backyard has a nice pool, a place to relax. They've got an in-ground hot tub, a place to garden if they wish, a spot for the kids. They can lounge up here. So a very beautiful house, again, full of lots of things for them to do. I need to... Heading inside. Okay, so we have a beautiful family room over here. They've got some display cases full of maybe town memorabilia, all the things that they have participated within the town. They've got a nice dining room, a spot to host and do drinks. Over here, they have an exercise room full of plenty of activities for your Sims. They want to do yoga, they want to do some cardio, maybe they want to box. They have got the perfect space for that. Then leading over here, we have the kitchen, and probably my favorite part of this house is their little wine room over here. So as you can see, they have plenty to drink, but I feel like this family hosts a ton of parties, dinner parties, social gatherings, all of the things here at this house. Kind of smoothing it up with the other wealthy families in the town, trying to get, you know, some donations locked in, whatever it may be, trying to get people on their side for the things that they are trying to pass. So this is their wine and alcohol beverage room. So very cool, definitely temperature controlled. So yeah, definitely my favorite part of this build here. And going upstairs, we have plenty of bedrooms. So we have, it looks like 4 bedrooms, some giant bathrooms. We have a master bedroom, a bedroom for maybe a teenage son or a teenage daughter, someone who is definitely into sports. Over here, we have another bedroom, someone who is a little bit messy and is into some music perhaps. So yeah, very cluttered build. They've got a Jack and Jill bathroom over here. Very, very fancy bathroom. That helps lead into the younger siblings' bedroom that is full of lots of children's activities and things for them to do. And then we have a library space, a space to play piano, a space to play some games, relax, hang out with the family, and all of those things. So yes, very wealthy, very large family lives here. So yeah, I think it's the perfect house for maybe a mayor or something along those lines. So next we are going to go ahead and head over to these 2 community lot builds. Well, actually, you know what? I can show you the playground from here because there's not much to it. This is going to be the playground in this neighborhood. I love that we have that lot type now. I was so excited to make this. It was super fun. So you can see it's a very nice playground for this richer neighborhood. We've got a space to play basketball, get beverages, do the swings, play some games, play on the playground, a bathroom. So yeah, definitely the perfect space for families to come and hang out with their kids. And then next we are going to be going over to the town hall, and this one actually has 4 different lots that come with it. This is the Willow Creek Town Hall. So you can see that this is a community space lot. There are 4 different lot types. This building will always stay the same and the structure of the outside stays the same, but the activities change depending on what season it is. So this is for the summer season. You can see we have a summer beverage area. We have got places for arts and crafts, some archery. We've got a roller rink, some more beverages back here, some places to buy some food, and I think some sweet treats, of course. And then inside the building never changes. It is the same year round, no matter what lot type you have active at the moment. So inside on the top floor, we have a space for funerals. That will be in here. So I figure a town hall should have a spot for funeral processions as well as wedding processions. So this is the funeral space. And then out here we have a space for them to drink and gather afterwards. And then down here we have a very classy wedding area, white and red. They've got spots for music, drinks, cakes, all the things. And then we have a bathroom on this side, of course. So I will go ahead and give you guys a little look at the community garden, which I believe I have set up for spring because it has flowers in the logo. So I thought that would be easy enough to remember. And yes, it is spring. So we have a community garden space. We have a spot for vendors to come and sell things as they wish. The marketplace is set up for the fall. Again, this is very vendor heavy. A spot for your Sims to go ahead and come and sell, but we've got a few more vendor stalls set up over here, so plenty of space for that. We've got an area for them to sell some art, a lot of vendor tables over here that are empty and ready to use. Maybe they have a little coffin selling area over here. And then we have a perfect spot for bonfires and picnics over here. And then finally, the community space is going to be set up for the winter. So this actually has a Christmas tree lot, not functional. Obviously, you can't just come in here and buy it, but perfect for gameplay, storytelling, screenies. We have the tree lot right here, as well as an ice skating rink out here. So this is the Willow Creek Town Hall. I thought this was a super fun way to kind of set up things for seasonal festivals or something of the sort. And I will probably be doing this in quite a few worlds to come. So we are going to go ahead and once again head back to manage worlds, and we're going to go take a look at the cemetery that I built. I will leave you guys to explore the wedding venue for yourselves, which is right here, Oakenstead Manor. This is just a wedding lot venue. You guys can check that out by yourselves. But we are going to go ahead and look at Cypress Terrace Cemetery. This is the cemetery lot for Willow Creek. So we have just a nice small little chapel over here with plenty of plots for your Sims to mourn their loved ones. Over here, I figured maybe this was for the poorer Sims who can't afford big plots or heads, like very fancy headstones, or even better, a crypt. So yes, this is just a cute little overgrown area of headstones for maybe those who cannot afford. If you want to kind of use realism just a little bit. And then of course we have some unused plots, some used plots, some headstones, maybe a plot that's about to be used. I picture this crypt over here actually for the Goth family. Maybe they have all of their past loved ones buried in here, and then, I don't know, Bella and Mortimer Goth could be buried here or something, but that is kind of what I was envisioning for this specific crypt area. I was envisioning it for the Goths when I play in this save on my own. But feel free to do whatever. Maybe it's actually the mayor's crypt. I don't know. Or I also have this crypt over here that maybe the mayor or the goth could use. So just depending on your preference. And then over here, we have a little lake in the back with a gazebo overlooking it. Obviously, again, your Sims can't get up into this because it's a live edit object, but just for the looks. So yeah, and then they'll have swans and fish and lightning bugs all around back here. And then we have some more plots over here. Depending on how long you play in this world, you might need a lot. I don't know, maybe you want a lot. Obviously all of these can be removed if need be, but I just added them to make it look a little more used. And then inside the chapel, of course, we have another spot for a funeral procession. Very simple, but just a little bit of a different vibe from the other one. I like to give you guys options, and I like to have options myself. So, so yes, this is just another spot for a funeral procession. So that is going to be that lot. And as you can see, the wedding venue is over here. I'll give you guys a quick little glimpse of it. This is the wedding venue. There is a spot for outside weddings, and then there is going to be a spot for indoor weddings. There is also on the top floor a spot for your Sims to honeymoon there if they would like. We are going to head into the downtown area now. So this Willow Creek Rec Hall actually has quite a few buildings that you could turn it into if you wanted, or just use it as it is. But I believe it has a gym, a library, and then a spot for the kiddos to hang around and play. So a lot of these lots down here in the downtown area are going to be multifunctional, and I was going for a bit of a New Orleans vibe with this downtown area. So yeah, that is what I was going for with this one. But going ahead and looking inside of the rec hall here, we are going to enter into a front desk reception area, and of course we have a little pet for them to kind of hang out and take care of every day that they come in. I was also picturing this maybe being like a daycare center, but as you can see, we have a place for them to drop their backpacks and their books, their lunch boxes for the day. They can go ahead and head over here in their little reading corner. We have got a spot for some puppet shows. This is probably one of my favorite builds that I did in this world, with all the clutter and kind of the fun wallpaper and the decals on the wall as well. We've got a giant indoor jungle gym. We've got a swing set. We've got tons of toys for them to play with, an indoor sandbox, a kiddie pool. So your kids will not get bored here, neither will your toddlers. Lots for them to do. We've got a little drink station, some snack stations. Back here we have a spot for the kiddos to go ahead and come to the bathroom. We've even got some toddler toilets over here and a spot for the infants to get changed. Paging up, we have a library up here ready to go. We've got a couple of research computers. They can bring a laptop if they need to do some schoolwork. We've got some logic stations, some reading corners, of course, just tons of places for the kids to come and hang out, some games to play. And then going over here, we actually have an art and a music room. So some stuff for maybe some teens, for the kids. We've got some pianos, some guitars. So lots for them to do here at the rec hall. And then of course we have this space up here. We have some locker rooms with showers and bathrooms. And then of course, whatever they would like to do to work out, they can go ahead and do. We've got some cubbies on the wall, some weight racks, some stuff to do cardio. We will have some cycling lessons. We've got some weight training. So pretty much almost anything you can imagine doing with your Sims, they have got over here in this rec hall. And then we've got some more jungle gym stuff out here. I need to fix this. I have tried to delete this playground thing over here to make this into like a little water park, and no matter what I do, I cannot get it to go away or stay gone. So yeah, but I will need to fix that before I go ahead and release this. But that is the rec hall, definitely my favorite building, and I can't wait to use it in my own gameplay. Now we are over at Movers and Shakers Boba. So this is a thrift and bubble tea store over here. There is nothing in the top 2 rooms, but if you wanted to make those functional, you definitely could. So over here you can see we have a thrift store in the front. So your Sims can come thrift it out to their heart's content. We've got a little thrift counter over here, tons of stuff for them to look at, very cool, chill vibes. Definitely picture this being a common hangout spot for the teens of Willow Creek, perhaps. And then back here we have a bubble tea counter, some stuff for them to go ahead and read, hang out, drink their drinks and eat their snacks. I almost said drink their snacks. And then, of course, we have a spot for some performers if they would like to go ahead and do some open mic stuff. And we've got some couches for some people to go ahead and lounge around and listen. And then over here, we have a laundromat. So this obviously isn't completely functional, but if your Sims wanted to bring their dirty laundry, they definitely could, because we have tons of washers and dryers in here. They just cover the walls. So yeah, and then of course we have a little spot for them to make coffee while they are waiting for that to dry, but also if they wanted to, while they're waiting for their laundry to finish, they can head on over here to the boba shop. And then we do have some bathrooms over here in this side of the lot. The boba shop does not actually have one itself, but there is one over here in the laundromat for them to use. And then over here in the back we have a stall for them to buy stuff from, maybe a little break spot for the workers, which is unfortunate because it is right back here by the garbage cans. But yeah, we do have a little picnic table back here for them to go ahead and use. And then of course we have another garbage spot back here for the laundromat as well. So let's go ahead and move on. We have 2 more community lots that I'm going to show you, and then that will conclude our tour of Willow Creek. I left a couple of things for you guys to kind of explore on your own. So next we're going to be heading into the Blue Velvet. This is currently set up as a small business venue, but you could easily change this into a lounge, a bar, anything like that, a karaoke bar. You can change it. But I did that because I pictured this bottom floor. This is actually, okay, before we get into the lot itself, this is actually a live edit object, so this does not work. So I just want to preface that. This is live edit. It doesn't work. It's not functional. But I kind of like that because it constantly stays. So yeah, instead of having an empty lot, I figured that worked better. But down here in the bottom, we have a music store. So we've got pianos, we have records, they've got guitars, violins, electric guitars, we've got some stereos and radios over here. And then in the back, we have 2 different classrooms. So we have got one for guitars and piano, and then maybe one for a little bit more like classical piano. And maybe this one is a bit more for like bands and things. But yes, we have 2 classrooms in the back here. And then in order to get up into the top of the building, you're gonna have to come outside and go up these stairs. And I kind of picture it as like you have to know about it in order to know about it kind of thing. But we have a lounge or a bar up here. Where maybe the more rich people come to kind of schmooze with each other. So we've got some nice little cozy atmosphere back here. We've got 2 bathrooms up here. We've got a dance floor, a bar area, and then of course we have a karaoke area. So you can turn this into whatever you want. You can make it fit your needs, the blue velvet. So yes, very cozy. It's kind of giving, oh my gosh, of course, now that I say that, I can't even think of the word, but yeah, anyways, we'll just move on. So feel free to make this into whatever you want. That's gonna bother me now that I can't remember what I was going to say. But yes, again, multifunctional lot. And then we are gonna go ahead and head over here to the last and final lot that I'm going to be showing you. And this is, I believe, set up as a restaurant. Yes, it is. This is the Muni Speakeasy Bistro. And I think speakeasy is what I was trying to say for this. It's kind of giving speakeasy vibes, but we have a speakeasy over here, which kind of gives the same vibes. But again, I'm giving you guys choices, and I'm giving myself choices because I hate having to go to the same lot every single time. So it just kind of keeps things a little more fun. So anyways, I apologize for this. Yeah, it's really the only way that works up there, as you can see. So that has to stay, but if you don't want this there, you can feel free to remove that. But this is the outside of the Muni Speakeasy Bistro. So we have plenty of outdoor seating over here. They can go ahead and come out here and eat their dinner if they would like. There's plenty of seating options, so your Sims will not have to worry about fighting to find a table to sit at. They've also got some more outdoor seating over here on the side of the building. And yeah, I believe that's it. We do have a little trash area back here, of course. So yeah, and then going inside, we have, like I said, plenty of spaces for your Sims to sit and eat. So they will come in here, they will get seated by the wait staff. We have plenty of options for tables depending on where you want to sit. Back here is going to be for the wait staff. For the cooks and the chefs, we have got the kitchen back here. You could honestly add in another kitchen set if you really felt like you needed to. We've got a bathroom over here. And then on this side, we have a bit more of a relaxed sort of environment. I feel like maybe this is sort of the quiet side and this could maybe be the loud, rowdy side. We've got a bar over here. We've got a spot for some games over here. And over here, we've got a little dart board on the wall. And then we've got plenty of booths over here for your Sims to go ahead and come sit down and eat. And then the two bathrooms are over here. I believe this one is, oh, I guess they're both neutral, but you can set them to what you want. And then heading on upstairs, so again, you kind of have to know about it because we have some semi-secretive doors over here that are going to go ahead and lead up into the speakeasy part. So again, we have another bathroom situation up here. We have a bar situation going on over here. And then again, lots of seating that will lead you to the area that will allow Sims to perform via piano, via singing. If you just want to play some music, you can go ahead and do that too. But tons of seating space. Again, the perfect spot for some storytelling, depending on what you're kind of looking for in your gameplay. But yes, this is going to be the Muni Speakeasy Bistro. And with that, you guys, I think that pretty much concludes our tour of my Willow Creek version 1 for the Rocheport save file, which will be the name of this save file when it is done. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you liked. Let me know if there's some stuff that you didn't like, and let me know what you would like to see moving forward. I believe I'm going to be working on Evergreen Harbor next. I've got some fun ideas on what to do there, but let me know which worlds you guys would like to see. Let me know what kind of builds you'd like to see. Let me know if you prefer more community lots versus residential lots. Let me know if you preferred pre-made townies to new townies. Do you want the pre-made townies made over? Do you want them left as is? Do you want them living in their houses? So yeah, give me all the information, give me all the details and all the thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all very soon in the next one. Okay, bye guys.